Hello everyone, today I'm working on this nice SD40. It's got a custom made box. I actually like this. It protects the engine well, and I don't think I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to be keeping that. Let's take a look at this engine. So other than a little bit of dust on the top there, all the handrails are there, looking good. All the couplers look to be a really nice micro trains couplers, and the horn is there, so it's in really good shape. Maybe needs a little cleaning, but nothing major. I don't know if you remember, a while back I restored two of the same kind of engines, and when I did it, I took the time to give them custom numbers, just in case if I ever got one of the factory painted ones, that it would have a different number. So let's start with the shell removal. You can use the box, but these have little tabs under that you can pull on, and the shell is actually pretty easy to take off. So just pull on that gently, and the shell will come out nice and easy. That shell, I'm going to put that under my tap with some soap and my toothbrush, and I'm going to remove all this dust. Look at that. Other than being a little bit dirty, it's in real good shape. I've seen a lot worse. I'm used to getting a lot worse. Check out this really neat checker plate. Kato, they make really detailed stuff. I just blow on it a little bit to clear the water out of the fans and out of the steps. So that looks really good. This drive system, probably I put it on the track and it runs great. There's not too much to do on that, but I'm still going to lubricate it since I have the shell off. May as well, and then we'll clean the wheels also. So we'll start with these two screws. That's going to release my trucks. I don't have to take them out all the way at this point. I can just come in with my screwdriver and wedge it out just a little bit in there. That's going to give me enough slack to release the trucks. Maybe just slack my screw just a little bit more, and that should allow me to release my trucks. There we go. And then the other side. You don't have to worry about the orders because these have a little arrow under the truck, so you can know which way it's pointing. And the gas tank will be removed as well. That's going to get cleaned. And let's take a look at what's inside there. The contact strips at this point, they'll fall out since there's no gas tank to hold them. That's good. And I'm making a little pile of parts here. I should put them in the box really, but I'm very comfortable with this engine. I'm gonna say that's my favorite engine of all time. Now, would I convert this to DCC and sound? I don't think so. I've got other engines that are DCC compatible, and these I'll look further on into changing them to DCC and sound. You can buy them already with DCC and sound. Would that not be a little bit less trouble? I would certainly look into that if that was your thing. They're a bit pricey, but they have every road available. Here, I did that backwards. That's okay. I need to take it apart to look at them anyways. So be careful not to lose these two insulators. You're going to need them later on. And then the worm gears, everything looks good. And the motor also, everything looks good. Actually, I'm going to run the motor, just to make sure it doesn't need lubrication, since I have it in my hands. So I put this on the lowest possible voltage that this could take. So it runs beautifully and quiet. So no need to do anything. So on the worm gear, you just need one drop. And that's it. You're good to go. So we're going to clean the wheels here. These side frames, they look really good. It's a really good looking engine. SD40s, just about every railroad had them. They seem to be really appreciated by everybody. So let's take a look at the contact strips. They look pretty good. Yeah, this engine is pretty clean to start with. And the gearbox looks clean, so that's going to go under the tap with some dish soap, and the side frames too. And the wheels we're going to clean with my rag. Although I do put them under the tap, just in case, because the tap and the water and the soap, it changes the electrostatic quality of the part. So it removes a little bit of dust. There's a little dot there on my rag. It was maybe just a little bit dirty. The wheels, if you run the engine every day, you can clean them just about every couple of months. My engines, they'll stay in the box for a long time. So maybe once a year. If that, basically, if your engine stalls, it's a good sign that you need to clean your wheels, because they get scenery foam, dog hair, cat hair, all kinds of dust gets in there in the gears. So it's a good advice to get that done. So now that everything is clean, I can start putting it back together. The middle one's a little tighter always. They're just like that. And then the side frames, they have 3 little dots that holds them together. If it's not in its dots the way it should be, the engine's gonna have more. It's gonna have more of a little draw. It's gonna be a little bit harder to spin this. You know what? While I'm talking, I've got my KD height gauge here. So let's just see if my wheels are in gauge while I have everything in my hands. So this one's perfect. This one is a little tight. Actually, I'm gonna readjust that. Yeah, let's do that right now. So the middle one's like a little tight. you've got a little bit of leeway when the engine's running. You actually got a little bit of leeway. It will still run even though the gauge is not 100% perfect. But since I have everything in my hands, may as well do it right. Yeah, there we go. So now put the side frames back on, sorry, the contact strips, and then the side frames, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, that feels good. And then the side frames. And that's good for that. Now I'm ready to put everything back together. So we'll start with the frame. Need maybe just a little bit help with the little pins. So I'll just push them in so they get in there. There. And then I can bring in my contact strips. They go under these little pins here. They go under that. And then I'll even bring the gas tank to hold them there. So which way is the front of this unit? It's this end, because that has a little bit lower part for the low hood. Then the fuel fillers, they go towards the front. And then I can start bringing in my trucks. Just have an arrow. The arrow points to the outside. Don't force them in too much. There. And before you put your screws, make sure that your contact strips are lined up properly. And then I'm going to start bringing in my little screws. So everything looks good here. So I can tighten them. They don't have to be very tight. Just hand tight, as they say. And then my lights. And the little light shield. This is a very nice unit. Feels just like it was new. There. Relight. I have to relight my light board just a little bit. I want it to be perfect. There. Now before I put my shell back on, I'm going to go test it on the track. Runs great. No surprise there. I think I'm going to take a minute to check my coupler height while I have everything here. So first I have to put the shell back on. That should go back nice and easy. There we go. Then I can set this on the track with my coupler gauge and see how well it lines up. that's looking real good. Also, they give you a height gauge for your coupler pin if you use the magnetic coupler. So that should clear, it should clear this plate, so it's a little low. So I'm gonna give it just a little bit of height. It's actually not bad, but just in case something sticks out, I'm gonna give it just a little bit of additional height. So there's a little bit of extra clearance that allows me to sleep better. Just gonna check this back one for height, just to make sure that I'm happy. Oh yeah, we're happy. That's real good. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.